and welcome to my new Flosstube video. I'm Jantina and I'm here to share my cross stitch. So I hope you enjoy my new video. It's been a while since I've uploaded and I'm back. I have a lot of things to show you, a lot of progress, a lot of new starts. And before I start, I want to thank my dear friend Andrea from I Heart Cross Stitch here on Flosstube. She gave me a really nice shout out and yeah, thank you so much. So if you don't know Andrea yet, go check her out. I will link her down below, and yeah, thank you. Also, thank you for all my new subscribers. It's very nice. It's still a bit weird to me that people are actually watching this, so yeah. Well, that's a good start. So I want to start with a little bit of a live update. Not a very long update, but just a little bit why it's been so long since I've been uploading. I think it's 5 weeks now, and I did film, but I didn't upload. I did film Stitch With Me, I think 5 weeks ago, and I couldn't upload it because my hands were hurting again and I couldn't use a computer. So and afterwards I thought, well, it's been so long since I filmed it, I will film a new one. So last week I tried to film and my daughter wouldn't sleep, so she was here. I put on Winnie the Pooh for her and she secretly turned on the volume a little bit, so there was a bit of background music and noise from Winnie the Pooh and it was a little bit too much. So I didn't upload that either. And well, the kids had their fall break, so I was busy with them, and I also had to deal with some health issues. So I'm not really going to share anything about it, but that's part of the reason why I didn't upload, and I don't know why when I will film my next video, but for now I'm here and I have a lot to show you. So let's get started. What first? I think I will do haul first. In my last video I was talking about ordering fabrics for some new projects, so I did. I ordered it at Flosstube A, which is a web shop here in the Netherlands. This is the first one. This is a 18 count vintage beige haed, and I have a project in mind for this. So you will see this maybe next year, definitely next year, with a new project. I also bought this Platinum Murano. I'm using this on one of my new starts. It's actually quite accurate. It's a really light beige gray, and oh, I love this. It's so soft, but it's not really floppy. The stitches are very nice, and I'm going to order more colors of Murano. It's just perfect. I think Lydia is Lovely Stitches is also using a lot of Murano. I've ordered 2 other colors, a black and a blue, and I will show that on my new starts in a bit. I also bought a table stand where I could put in a hoop, so when my hands are hurting I can use a hoop and I can stitch. I put in some felt to protect my hoop and also to protect my table, and it's amazing. I love it. And the last bit of haul, yeah, it's not a lot, is oh, a paradijsgaren, and I have this color already. I'm using this for one of my new starts, and this is Azalea, and I've bought 2 more skeins of this, and the color is perfect. Just dark pinks and purple. I love it. So I also have been to a kind of a retreat day, and it was the Borduur en Babbeldag, which is like Stitch and Chat Day, and it was from the Heaven and Earth Facebook group here in the Netherlands. It was in Capelle aan den IJssel, which is near Rotterdam, and it's a 2-hour drive for me, and there was a lot of traffic, so I was late. I didn't like it. I wasn't the last one to arrive, but it started, I was a half hour late, so that was a bit of a bummer. Also, I was really nervous. I'm not really great with a lot of groups of people. It's okay when I'm there, but to go to a place where there are a lot of people that I don't know, and well, it makes me nervous. So I was a little bit anxious in the car, and my hands were sweaty. And when I was there and I found my spot on a table, it was just a really nice day, and the ladies were so lovely, and I really enjoy those things and talking about stitching, and yeah, it was just a really nice day. And it was also so amazing to see all the projects everyone was working on. They all brought their haeds, and one of the ladies was working on Henna Lin, a piece by Henna Lin. It's more, it's all, I will put in a picture of what I mean a little bit later, but she enabled me big time to stitch a piece by Henna Lin for my daughter, and it will be April Fairy, which I will put up a picture, and this is just her style, and all the colors. I think my daughter will love it, so this will be a start for next year. There also was a freebie table. I've brought some booklets and other stuff I was planning to stitch, a couple of kits, and I put them there. And what I found on the freebie table was, I've used this. It's a package of threads from Moon brand. I didn't know what it was. Someone brought multiple boxes, and it's 100 skeins of 8 meters in 50 colors, so 2 of each. This is just 1 of each, and I'm using this for one of my new starts. So here you can see all the lovely colors, and they're so vibrant, and it's actually really nice quality. It's not really fraying a lot. It's really nice, and it's just cotton. And yeah, you will see the project I'm working on in a bit. And there was also, when I left, there was still a lot left on the freebie table. No one really took it. So I saw a counting pin, which I picked up on my way out. It's with a clock, and someone, I don't know who, but someone there made it, and it's really nice. And it was a set with, let me find it, with a scissor fob, or a what do you call it, zipper pull, with a teapot, and the beads are pink on one side and blue on the other, and I think it's so cute, so I took those as well. And when I was there, I was stitching on, not on a haed. I did bring King Coda, but I didn't really work on it. I didn't stitch at all that much. So I was working on stitching in quilts by Core et Batte Core, and I worked a lot on this the last couple of weeks. The last time I showed it, I was working on this block, and I think I only had the piece of the border and the heart, or I don't know, maybe I went over this way, but it's so cute. So I finished up that block and I moved over to this one, and I haven't completed the scissors yet. And this thimble is in the wrong colors. It's supposed to be this blue with the gray. So I have to rip it out and put it in the right color. When I see it on screen, it's actually not that bad, but up close, the colors are too similar. It's not showing up, but it's so cute with the mice and all the cute colors. This really makes me happy. And this is a needle minder by Lydia. I will link her and her Etsy shop down below. So, like I said, I also brought King Coda Storyteller, which is my absolute favorite piece to work on. And it's getting so big, but it's beautiful. So, I think I will put in a picture somewhere of what it looked like the last time I showed it, and I'm not going to say it, it will just pop up somewhere. So, this is how far I am at the moment. So, and this is not really the halfway point, I think it's about here, but it's getting massive and oh, I love it. So I also made a picture of what it looks in full at the moment. Let me fold it so I can show you a little bit better what I worked on. So as you can see, I tried stitching it in a hoop, but it didn't work, it was too stiff. So I completed mice, squirrel, rodent, something, and there was so much confetti in his head and it took like forever. And this piece is just about 12 colors and there are a little bit more over here, but it went really fast. And these are the whiskers of King Coda and this is the side of his face. So the next couple of weeks I will work on his face and it's so exciting to see how he will look. I can't wait to see his face, so I think I will work on a little bit more this time. But I think the amount of detail is just amazing. Yeah, it's my favorite. So seeing all the hates on the stitching day, it made me want to work on my other hates because I have more. And I picked up Universe in a Jar by Randall Spangler. I'm stitching this for my son. And the last time I think I only had a little bit here done. Maybe I was down to the bottom of the window, which I think there's a mistake over here somewhere. I have to figure that out. But I had a little bit trouble with all the stars because one of those stars can have 8 colors and I didn't want to start and end a thread in that same little area because it's going to be very wobbly. And I started parking on the stars and I can show it on the back. The back is a really big mess. So, oh, well, there it is. The lighting isn't great today, the sun is gone. But you can see there are a lot of threads going in every direction, but I don't mind. I will look at the front when it's finished. So I worked a bit more on that, and it's also so nice to see that project grow, and I know my son will love it when it's done. So I actually have another haed, and I haven't worked on this in months and months. Maybe in the beginning of last year, I don't know, it was a long time ago, and I started it over 2 times already, and it was a mistake somewhere, and I thought I'm not going to work in it anymore. I am stitching this in Japanese threads, CXC or something, and I subbed out some colors for other projects with that thread, so I had to order more, and I was really making a big problem out of nothing, because if I'm short I will order some more threads, and if there's a mistake I can find it and work around it or rip it out. So that's what I did. So here is Then the Mouseling by Amy Stewart, and it's not going to be really big. I think it's a mini or a quick stitch. Let me put my needle there. This is about the size it will get, so it's not really big. And thanks to a Pattern Keeper, I know this is about 3.5% done. Let me fold it. Yeah, there we are. So the last time I only had about 250 stitches or something here, and I knew there was a mistake down here somewhere, but it's the sky, so you're not going to see it if it's a different color. So I started around here, and I worked around, and I worked my way back up, and I found out there were 3 stitches in the wrong place, but you won't notice it. So how do you say it? I just stitched around it and it's fine. So this is actually where the flower will start. And yeah, it's going really fast. In Pattern Keeper, I see the percentage going up really fast, so that's exciting. And the kind of flower, the dandelion, exploding dandelion, that the mouse is floating on, my kids actually call it a blow flower, a blaasbloem, and I think it's so cute. So I want to finish this, and it will make me smile every time I see the flower. So I'm really on a haed kick at the moment, and I really like stitching on my haeds. Actually so much that the things I have started, I almost forgot about it. Which is really bad, because I like them as well. So I'm just going to stitch on everything, but mostly my haeds. This one is on the same fabric as King Koda, so 18 count Magic Guide Ada, and the Universe in a Jar is on 20 count. So I also worked a little bit on the Tea and Cake Cell by Lakeside Needlecraft, and this is how far I am. I finished up the back stitching on the cupcakes, and I did a little bit here. So on this one, not a lot of progress, but I still think it's cute. So I have 4 more projects to show you, and they're all new starts. So like I told before, my boyfriend is a really big nerd in the best way possible, and I like nerdy stuff as well. So a while back, I think it's, well, 2 or 3 months ago, I saw a project online, and it was a blueprint of the Saturn V. So I found out where it was, and it's from X-Stitch magazine, and I ordered the online version so I could stitch this for my boyfriend. And it's the Saturn V blueprint by Lord Libeden, and here it is so far. This is one of my new fabrics. It's a little bit darker than it's showing up, but it's 18 count Ada or 20 count. I think it's 18 count. Oh, and this pattern is mostly backstitch. I think I counted it once how many actual stitches are in this project, and I think it's 88. So the next time I will work on the actual rockets, and I have no idea how big it will be, but my fabric is big enough. So yeah, I'm excited to see how far I will go next time. And we will make a nerd wall where all the nerdy cross stitch will go. So this will be one of them. Oh. And also start for the nerd wall is on black Ada. And I think this is 16 counts. Yeah, I think black 16 count Ada. It's a little bit wrinkly, but this is One Giant Leap by Maria Diaz, and it's from the Cross Stitch magazine I showed a few videos ago. And these are mostly half stitches at the moment. Let me see if I can show you. And over here there are some half stitches and some full stitches, so it's not focusing. No, not focusing. But this will be a quite big one. It's going to be all the way down, and I think it's about that wide. So I have a long way to go. It's a little bit challenging to stitch on black, but I put my light pad behind it and it's okay. So also for the nerd wall. So I also started a project. Oh, my threads are falling out, on the Platinum Murano, and this is the Issel by Joke Trebbe de Nijs. And when I started this, I was planning to stitch it in 3 colors. In Azalea, which I showed you earlier, Grevelingen and Edelsteen, which is gemstone. And they all share the same color purple. And this one is just blue and green, and this is just more vibrant. And I'm in love with the combination of the colors. But I don't really like green. So I will put in pictures, if I can find them, of my progress in between. But I started it, and let me show you first how far I am, so you know what I'm talking about. I decided to stitch it all in Azalea, and this is how far I am at the moment. And I love it in just one color. So I started using Grevelingen for this part, and it's just too variegated. And it turned out I don't like green. I don't like stitching with green. So I ripped it out and started it in Azalea. And the most top border and the same border down here, I stitched it in Edelsteen. And I liked it, but I wasn't really in love with it. So I messaged Joke Trebbe de Nijs, do you have more Azalea in this color bath? And she said no, but I have another one which is almost similar. So I'm using them, one of the first one and then one of the second one. So if there is a little bit of difference, it won't show up. So I'm in love with this purpley pink color. It's gorgeous. And the fabric is just amazing, and oh, I can't wait to stitch on it some more. It's just perfect. Let me gather all my threads. So there's one last project left, and it's a secret stitch. So I'm not going to show you what I'm stitching, but I'm stitching it on 25 count white Jobelin, and I'm using some of those colors, not all of them. It's something I've stitched before, but I'm doing my own conversion, and these colors are so bright and beautiful, and I changed some of my plans down the way, but I think the next time I will make a video I can show it, because it will be done. So that was all my stitching. It was a lot. And I'm planning to stitch a lot more in the coming weeks, and I hope I can film again in 2 weeks. I don't know, maybe not, we will see. I'm just planning to stitch on everything I want when I want. Well, I have to work and stuff, but hey, in the evenings I can stitch. And also in, I think, 3 weeks, Pam and Steph will visit here in the Netherlands, and I will meet them in Roden, which I'm very excited for. Also to see all the other ladies. I'm going to meet Debbie and Lydia, and of course Jemima will be there. I'm not going to meet her, I know her. I know her already, but I'm really excited to meet Pam and Steph and everyone else, and it's going to be a wonderful day. So yeah, that's it actually. I was planning to keep it under half an hour, and I think I managed. So yeah, that was it. So in the last couple of weeks I did watch some Flosstube. I didn't really comment or react to comments on my last video, sorry for that. This week I will go back and react to everyone, so please feel free to leave a message under this video and I will do my best to respond to you. So I wish everyone a really nice day, have fun stitching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!